In 2020, the NFT marketplace was valued at $100 million. Today, in early 2022, that same marketplace is valued at $22 billion. That's a 220x return on your money in just under 2 short years. And investors are really seeing that return. For example, if you were to have bought this Bored Ape Yacht Club in April 2021, you would have paid about 0.08 ETH, or Ethereum, which is about $200 US. And then if you were to have sold it a year later, you would have sold it for $2.9 million. So if you have questions such as, what are NFTs? Why are pictures of monkeys selling for so much, and why? Those are all good questions, and they're the same questions that I had, which is why I made my own NFT collection. And today I want to tell you about the pros and the cons that I learned, and then most importantly, the economics behind NFTs, so that you can decide for yourself if NFTs are a good investment for you. Let's get into it. NFTs, or non-fungible tokens. What are they? Well, it's best explained with an example. So if I was to give you $1 US and you were to give me $1 US in return, even though those are different items, they're essentially the exact same item. They are fungible. So if I could give you something for which you could give me no exact replica, those would be non-fungible items. So fungible items are things that have exact matches, and then non-fungible items are things that are unique in and of themselves. Token is just the designation given to this particular collection of goods. Now, if you've seen any NFTs, you've probably seen that they can look very identical, down to the last picture. But that's not what makes them non-fungible. What makes them unique or non-fungible is the underlying code on which they sit. You see, each NFT is uploaded to the blockchain either through OpenSea or Coinbase NFT, which are the main marketplaces for NFTs. And when they are uploaded or minted, code is attached to them that makes that NFT unique. And this is important. Because of this unique code, we can actually tell who's minted the NFT, which wallets it is transferred through, i.e. who has owned it, and how much it was purchased and sold for. In this way, we can validate the true creator of an NFT, even if there are many others that look just like it. And this brings me to the very first thing I noticed when I started making my NFT collection. Namely, the immense comparisons made between the NFT marketplace and the fine art marketplace. Now, you may not know this, but the fine art marketplace as an investment medium has outpaced the S&P 500 or stocks for 15 of the last 15 years. That means that if you were to have put $1,000 into art and then $1,000 into the stock market, you likely would have seen a higher return in the fine art marketplace than you would have in stocks. The reason this applies to NFTs is because in the fine art marketplace, the most challenging aspect of investing is validating authenticity. How can I be sure that Banksy or Leonardo da Vinci or whoever really created this piece of art like you said they did? Well, in the NFT marketplace, that's no longer an issue. Artists can list their work, get paid for their work, and actually track who is holding it at any given time. Okay, so all of this made sense to me. The fine art marketplace has been outpacing stocks for the last 15 years, and now this is a new medium of investing in fine art. But then I saw this. This is CryptoPunk 4156 from the CryptoPunk NFT collection, and it sold for $10.2 million. It is about as much a piece of art as it is a pixelated smudge. I've seen children draw more lifelike items than this. And I know that art comes in all shapes and sizes, but I don't think the intent of this designer was to create a piece of art. So then I came across a video by Andre Giek, who believes that NFTs are the new Veblen good. Thorstein Veblen was an economist who believed that there are some items people buy not so much for their utility or their use, but for the status it brings them in society. And Andre Giek believes that NFTs are the next Veblen good. So you've probably heard about Kanye West, Logan Paul, Neymar buying NFTs for obscene amounts of money in the millions of euros or the millions of dollars, and the reason they're doing this, in Andre Giek's opinion, is in order to be a part of a specific community. So before we get into the economics of NFTs, let me tell you a little bit about my collection. It's called the White Housery, and it's a collection of 4,600 NFTs. The reason I landed at 4,600 is because it's based on the presidents of the United States. There have been 46 presidents of the United States. I've made 100 cards per president, leading to 4,600. Yes, this means that every time a new president is inducted into the White House, I will need to mint 100 new cards, a sort of inflation factor. Now, this collection is going to be released on April 20, 2022. But I'm already seeing some very unique things about the economics of NFTs that I don't think the creators of NFTs want the general public to know. Specifically, I'm seeing some really interesting things on the transaction side. For example, you probably think that if I sell each of my NFTs at $1, I'm gonna get $4,600, and that's where it ends. No, that's not where it ends. You see, when you mint an NFT collection on OpenSea, you get to list a royalty figure. What this means is, after you've initially sold all of your NFTs and someone else owns them, when they sell them to another party, a third party, you get a percentage of that transaction. How much would you like? 5%? 10%? You can put whatever figure you want, and you can probably see where I'm going with this. Have you ever wondered why there are 10, 20, or 30,000 items in an NFT collection? It's because what they're hoping for is a complete sellout at a really low price. But then, with a lot of marketing spend, you are going to buy and sell and continuously buy and sell each of these items so that they can collect royalties forever. Now, some people have called this a pyramid scheme, but it's not a pyramid scheme. That would only be the case if, at each transaction, the dollars flowed through all previous owners until it reached the original owner. In this case, all dollars are just going to the original creator. But as you can imagine, this opens up a world of fraud. We've lost count of the amount of fraudulent NFT collections that have gone from hundreds of thousands of dollars to $0 in days simply because it was a pump and dump scheme. That is, they paid someone famous like Logan Paul $100,000 to promote their NFT project on Instagram, and then they pumped all their money in and took it all out. The investors were none the wiser and lost all of their money. In fact, my project's not even live and it's already been copied on OpenSea. So at a high level here, what are some pros and cons? Well, for the artists out there, this is a really good thing. They get credit for their work, they get paid for their work, and they get to see where their work is sitting in the world. Additionally, for early investors, and I would still consider this an early stage for NFTs, this is a great opportunity to buy while it's an emerging marketplace. Since this is a relatively new market, there is an immense amount of fraud occurring as there are no real restrictions or regulations in the marketplace as of yet. So to you, the potential NFT investor, you have to be really careful what you invest in. You can validate the authenticity of an NFT collection by using its media trail. Does it have a website? Do they show their team members and their faces? Does it have a realistic roadmap that they are committed to? If those things are missing, it's likely not going to be a good project and you should stay away from it. However, if they are present, it might be a good investment for you. So if you'd like to keep up with the White Housery or anything personal finance related, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.